that come with basketball. I mean, you can't play basketball without any energy or joy or just even communication. I mean, I think that's what you can lean off of and find your joy in. And kind of just, it moves the needle a little bit. So we just got to do those little details and little things for us to be a really good team that I know we can be.
Do you feel like
where does that start?
It starts with myself, but it also starts with the team. Like, we all have to buy in. And it can't just be one guy and then the rest not follow along. It's kind of have to be like a domino effect. And we all really have to just buy in. I know we're capable of doing it because I've seen spurts of it, in practices, even in the games. But it just has to be a consistent basis.
Do you sense that maybe when things start going poorly, you guys let it compound into a 12, 14, 16? The deficits have been huge lately.
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a you guys across the board are having a difficult time nipping that and preventing a 12-point run, maybe make it 6 or 7.
Yeah, 100%. I think for us, we have to, because there was a spurts at the time of the game in the second half where we weren't really getting back on defense, and they were scoring in transition like too easy. It was just layups and three balls, and I think we were allowing our missed shots and not crashing the boards to affect us a little bit. So we're gonna watch film tomorrow and then get ready for Saturday. But this is something that we have to build off of and learn from.
Do you think it's a good thing that you do have that quick turnaround with Tech coming in here on Saturday, only 2 days, just a chance to get back out on the court and do some things right?
100%. I mean, I think basketball is a game of runs, and we should all love getting the opportunity to have another game and play another game. So it'd be huge for us this upcoming weekend against Georgia Tech. So another opportunity to play, another opportunity to get better. So, but we have to learn from this, go back to the drawing board a little bit, and be better.
What was the post-game discussion setting, I guess, after this amongst Coach Davis and also the players, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Coach Davis, well, for me, it was more, I spoke up in the huddle early on in the second half when there was too many missed box outs, and it was just a lot of just energy plays that we were just missing. And then just the end of the game huddle was just more so about, end of the game post-game speech was more about just buying in. Like, he knows our potential of this team is through the roof, but we have to buy in on the little things, and we'll be more than fine. We have a lot of talented players here, but it just got to be those energy, effort, toughness plays that it's going to make us win.
What is your personal headspace, emotional space at this moment in time, looking at the 3-game losing streak?
Yeah, obviously frustrated. I don't like to lose at all, especially from the success I've had here. Obviously, this is not a great start to the year, but one thing about me, I'm going to remain positive through the ups and downs right now, and obviously not shooting the ball well. But I'm just continue to just be a leader and lead on my teammates and make sure they're good at the end of the day, because it's a team sport, and just stay together. I know that it could be hard, and obviously it's a lot of new faces and new players, so it's definitely a learning curve right now for us, and we're still learning along the way. It's a new experience, so just make sure that everyone's still in good spirits and has that positivity, because it's easy to be negative when things are not going your way.
How about Ian's play tonight?
Yeah,
Good glimpse of what he can do.
100%. I think Ian was really confident. He came in the game and played really well. Was able to get downhill, got out in transition, knocked down open shots. So, that's just a glimpse of who he is. I know he has more to take.
What's your message to the team? Just like you mentioned, positivity. What do you think your role in that is? Just communicating, having been the veteran, going through 4 stretches of play before. How do you keep everybody's spirits up?
Yeah, just basically tell them. This is not going to be easy. You got to look at it as like a learning curve and a new experience, and take from the losses and what do you learn from them. And I know it's easier to get down on yourself and be negative when things are not going your way, shots are not falling, we're losing games. But it's basically how do you respond, how do you react until when things are going left. And that's really my main message to the team, because I believe in positivity and joyfulness, because it really thrives and it helps the team win a lot. And when you have good spirit and you have that good energy, it can change things around really quickly.
What would you say has been the biggest issue with some of the drives that you, Elliott, and Seth have made in the lane in the half court, that a lot of times either a foul's called or it isn't, but the ball often doesn't even get up to the rim? It looks like there's been a lot more of that going back to Malian tonight.
Yeah, we got to do a bad job of playing off of 2 and realizing that weak side shot blockers are coming to block the shots. So we got to do a bad job of playing off 2 and either get into a little floater package or kick out for 3.
Vince said that it's also on the bigs that they're maybe struggling to read you guys sometimes because you might think a kickout's happening before you guys are going to shoot a floater, but you get closer to the rim, and they're there with their man, so that kind of clogs things up for you. How can you play off with the big men for them to read you better? So maybe some of those drives are a little bit less resistant.
The guards got to do a better. Well, the guards got to do a better job of kind of just setting our man up. That way, it could give the big a lead on the screen, and they're able to set a good firm screen, and we're able to create a lead. And then basically playing coverage, make the big, either choose us or choose the big role. And so I think it's just a two-way street of connectivity that we have to do a better job on from us and the bigs. We'll get there. I know we will, and we do a good job of it, Spurs, but it's just kind of just staying with it.
RJ,
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yep.
RJ, Ian mentioned that there hasn't really been a singular voice or even two voices that kind of have driven y'all on the defensive end, and no one's really stepped up and been that voice. What does that look like from your perspective, and what have you seen from them?
I just don't think we're doing a good job of communicating. On defensive, there's a lot of times where we messed up on the dive actions because obviously it's too loud, but calls are being relayed a little bit late. So that's something that we could learn from and do a better job of kind of just communicating a little bit earlier, just so everyone gets the call and echoes it. And I think it's everyone. I don't think it has to be one singular voice or even two people. It's all 5 on the court, and